Hello everybody, this is AK. I'm back. So in response to the video I made 2 days ago about DBS, OCBC and UOB, uh, a reader or a viewer whom I assume should be new to my channel or new to my blog asked me a question. I assume he's new because older readers readers who have been following my blog for a long time will probably know the answer to the question. But he was asking me, he asked me this. I wonder how you do the finance if your money is all saved in the stock. When the stock price goes down, then where do you get the money to top up the stock if there is not so much income? Is it by borrowing money from the bank to top up? Can give some advice on how you do when before? Thanks. Yeah, so I get what he's trying to say, right? If you put all your money in the stock market, then when the stock price goes down, where do you get the money to buy more stock, right? Do you have to borrow from the bank, especially if you don't have much income, right? That was his question, right? And of course, long-time readers of my blog will know that, well, the solution is to invest for income. So our investments in the stock market would pay us dividends regularly, and that's passive income, right? So we will have more income over time, right? Because of that, especially if we continue to invest for income, we'll get more passive income over time. And if we are still working, we would be able to pump even more money into the stock market at the right prices at the right times. Right. So I told the viewer, simply the solution is to invest for income. And I point him to a couple of blog posts which I published in 2015 and 2017. And I'll leave links to those blog posts in the description box below in case you are interested to read as well. And one of the blog posts says average income workers have a choice to be rich. Right? And so if they do the right things when it comes to personal finance, right, and keep our needs simple, our wants few, right, and invest in bona fide income producing assets that are able to pay us and willing to pay us regularly, we will become financially stronger over time. And I also shared the blog post on how to have peace of mind as an investor. In that blog, I said don't borrow money from the banks to invest with, right? And of course, the importance of having a war chest, the importance of position sizing, the importance of having an emergency fund, and very importantly, invest for income, right? So, like I say, I'll leave links to those two blog posts in the description box below, right? And back in 2019, I also had a blog post titled Passive Income Made by Passive Income. So we will come to a point in time when our passive income is actually being generated by investment made using our passive income. That is when our portfolio is large enough, when our passive income stream is large enough, right? So when we come to that point, well, it's like the Chinese kung fu movies. Oh, 你已经练到九阳神功第九重. You have already reached the pinnacle in mastering the kung fu of investing for passive income, right? You have reached the peak, so to speak. That rhymes, right? So I've said this before. I said this in that blog post in 2019. After so many years as an investor, I'm more forgiving towards myself and try not to dwell too much on losses, right? Like what I said in last night's video. Because no matter how good an investor we are, it is bound to happen, right? So we might not always make the best investments, right? But I want to make sure that my investments pay me, even if they're not my best investments, right? They pay me meaningfully while I wait for things to improve. And of course, this assumes that we have to be invested in something that will get better over time, that improvement will come, right? If we invest in something and it's a basket case, that things will never improve, then possibly we have to cut that investment away from the portfolio, right? So what helps to give me peace of mind is investing for income, because investing for income, I'm less bothered by daily price fluctuations, right? Stock prices. Right? So when we invest for income, we get free money or passive income, right? Why spend the money we earn from working when we can spend free money, right? So I'm even more forgiving towards myself these days, because I am now in a situation where the free money or the passive money I have is from passive money made by that I made years ago, right? So give that a moment to sink in, and maybe a light bulb would turn on above your head. Yeah. For some time now, my passive income is actually made by passive income, made by my earned income, right? Passive income is made by passive income, made by my earned income. So it's actually one rung higher, one step higher. So what is better than passive income? Passive income made by our passive income. Right. So I know that there are some people who are still saying that investing for income is a bad idea. Dividend stocks are risky and all that kind of thing. But it's not. That's not my experience, right? I don't know what's the agenda. Maybe they want to sell some investment products, or maybe they want to sell some unit trust or whatever. And then in those instances, if they don't pay you regularly, then you really have to cross fingers and toes that those market prices, their market prices, would go up over time. And when the time comes and you have to retire, you have to draw down and you have to liquidate those investments to fund your retirement. And hopefully, when you have to liquidate those investments, we are not suffering a lost decade or two. And all the gains in the past, if any, are actually wiped out, right? Then that would be a very sorry state. Like I say, I'd rather have a bird in hand than two in the bushes. I want to be paid regularly, right? So I think that's all for this video. If AK can talk to himself, so can you. Bye-bye.